had a lot of ideas for this year.
You wouldn't believe it looking at it.
No, but 2020 had a fair amount. You all right? 2020 had a couple of punches, had a couple of little hard balls to throw at us.
Low blows.
So we had a lot of ideas that we weren't able to execute.
Yes.
And some that we simply just didn't do or we threw away.
Yeah, we casually mentioned throughout the year that we've had bigger plans, and we've bemoaned the fact that we weren't able to execute on them. So we thought it would be a good idea to go through every idea from this master list that we've had since the beginning. Amy compiled this like the second week.
Yeah.
We had 200 ideas.
I think it was 300 plus.
300 plus? It might have
think
been.
so.
Like we were just cranking ideas
And
out.
while later on in the year, I didn't bring as many ideas. I had some bangers in here. I do want to just give myself a little bit of credit. We all put some great ideas in here. And we thought we would share them with you because while they didn't pan out, we'll at least tell you what you missed out on.
Let's dive right in. Let's get thinking. Let's get brainstorming.
Let's get listing.
Let's read.
All right, we had parkour, which I think we're gonna go to an actual parkour person.
Obvious. There was like Ninja Warrior training places in LA that we were going to go to. Claustrophobic. I think that was just, a lot of these were just words we threw out. I think it was like wrapping us up in a rug and just,
That sounds about right.
yeah, just like seeing how long we could last in a rug.
I know that there was something that we could do that right now. We could do that right now. Blacklight. This was just,
That was you.
This was just gonna be we go around each other's rooms with a blacklight.
And I think I said at the time, like, what do you expect to find? What's on your walls?
It's interesting though.
Why would there be things on your ceiling?
It's interesting to think about.
It's true. If you go to a hotel with a black light, you will never book a cheap hotel ever again, or any hotel for that matter. This one was either Amy or me, but watching Ethan sleep. And if we do this later, this will be bleeped out and no one will know what I'm saying.
5 senses. We never did this.
Yeah. Do you remember what this one was?
Yeah, we were just gonna test our 5 senses. Who
Yeah.
could smell the best, who could taste the best, who could see the best.
It was literally going to be Amy was standing at the end of a field with like aromatherapy oil and just being like, who can smell it? I can't. And then she'd take a step forward and be like, now? No.
Still no.
The step forward, me! Guessing each other's wills, which raised an interesting conundrum. I don't have my will yet. I don't have a written will. I've said that many times. Can we get a will? I need a will.
Yeah.
I need that like quick.
You think you need a will quick?
You never know. What was the point of this whole channel?
I guess so. You never,
You never know, except we knew.
That is important though, because yeah, you're right. You never know. And
What's gonna happen with all your stuff?
Yeah.
It's gonna go to the government? God, me, honest, knew I had a year to live and I didn't get a will. Be honest. Oh man, this next idea, you read, or me read it, but it's just like, we had so many other collabs that we wanted to do. Written out the idea is William Osmond, how many licks? And we were gonna work with him just to build a lick machine and various objects. We're gonna lick through them.
Okay, we have Unis Honest Videos, Memento Mori, and then the potential collab prompt, which is what we're gonna ask everybody. Ask YouTuber, what's something you've always wanted to do before you die?
Yeah, and this was like the basic crux of doing videos with other YouTubers. We were gonna do lots of things where we just start out the video asking someone, what's something you wanted to do before you die, and then go do that thing. And obviously that takes a lot of planning, and you interact with a lot of people, and you have to go out and get in touch with people. But we were on the way to do it, and then quarantine struck, and suddenly you couldn't go outside and you couldn't talk to other people.
Well, and it was interesting too, wanting to do collabs with other people, because if they were going to film, we were gonna ask them to take the leap that we were taking and delete their video once Unis Honest was done.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is a tall
It was a tall
order.
ask.
Yeah.
Because really, like, we've had the same mentality about the channel since the very beginning. It's just like, we knew it was going to end. Everything that we were making on it is temporary. So we were on board. And really, just like a lot of it was just getting other people on board as well. Like with the idea of the temporary nature of what we do. Nothing's really permanent. We just try to make it permanent. Things have ends, but they're not noble ends. They just fade away, and it's better to just cap things off with the right ending as opposed to letting it die.
A hero's death.
It's killing something and not letting nature take its course. Nipple piercing.
We never did it.
When there was the threat of if we got to that.
The threat.
It was a threat. What would you call it? Like
Yeah,
if you
that's true.
said we got to 2 million or something, I would get my nipple pierced. That was not an empty promise. That was going to happen if we hit that. Oh no, it was 1 million. If we didn't get to 1 million, I would get my nipple pierced. That was real. Yeah, I was going to have to do that.
Yeah. All right, number 2, tattoo.
Tattoo. You got a tattoo.
I got tattoos.
Yeah, we were gonna get a video, or it was gonna be another challenge, like a threshold thing. And then, once we did the thresholds, we were kind of like, it doesn't feel right,
Yeah.
Asking. And for me, just like, I'm not opposed to a tattoo, not at all. I just wanted it to be for like the right reason if I did. I've always said the tattoo I'd probably get if I ever decided to get one would be the same one my dad got right before he died, which was this big American eagle and like a flag underneath it. It's like the most cliche American tattoo, like honor, duty, courage, because he was like a lifelong military guy. So that was really important to him.
Oh, this was a good one. We never did this.
What is this one?
We were gonna make weapons for each other and then fight.
That's a great idea. Oh yeah, 500v2 paintball. We were going to have just the two of us against 500 of you in a paintball match. Like we had paintball miniguns.
Yeah.
And we had full body armor and like, it was just like
God.
It wasn't gonna be completely unfair.
Logistically, that would be so hard to set up that
But
video.
500 people, like oh my God, yeah.
We got stunt car driving.
Oh, skydiving.
Skydiving.
Man, we tried to set that one up.
Bungee
super hard.
jumping. We
Bungee
kind of
jumping.
did.
I was gonna invite Pokey, but
Oh,
she didn't
yeah.
want to go.
Calling out Pokey right now.
Pokemon, what's wrong with you? Oh, sorry, Pokemon.
No. Okay. Performing in a burlesque show. That would have been so good.
We probably could have done it with Vixen DeVille.
We probably
She did
could've.
burlesque.
A bullet ant? You wanted to get
I
stung by a bullet ant?
desperately wanted to. I didn't desperately want to get.
Oh, how much criticism can Ninja take?
We were gonna get Ninja on a phone call and just start literally just roasting him, just straight up, and being like, "Hey, listen." The precipice of it being like, "Look, you can bow out at any time. We're just gonna try to insult you, and you just try to tolerate it and let it. Like you tap out when you want to tap out."
How many copies of Fortnite can a bullet take? Or Elmo? I don't know what this was. Pressuring David Dobrik to buy us a car? I think this would have been good.
I don't think I've ever talked to the guy. I was in the room with him once, but he probably is rich, so he could buy us a car.
Yeah, he gets
Hey,
a lot of
David.
like SeatGeek sponsorship.
David.
This is a brilliant idea.
Yeah,
Susan Wojcinski?
close enough.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's Wojcicki,
Wojcicki?
but
Lie detector.
yeah, we were just gonna hook Susan up to a lie detector. Not because we were gonna think we were gonna get anything out of it, but we kind of just wanted to be like get straight answers. We ended up lie detectoring ourselves, but
I feel like she would have been down for it.
we never
maybe.
asked. Is the
Never
thing
asked.
we never asked.
Never asked.
Suze,
Learn Braille.
that would have been interesting.
Yeah. Driving drunk in go-karts.
Irresponsible,
Irresponsible, but
safe.
forcing Shane Dawson to do a conspiracy video on us.
I think we were just gonna try to be as shady as possible so that he would end up having to redeem us.
Yeah.
A lot of these are just like kidnapping other YouTubers and making.
That was pretty much the gist of every collab, was just forcing another YouTuber to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Cage diving. That
we
would
did
have
have
been cool.
plans for that. We just could never make it down to San Diego, I think is where we had to do it.
Trivia phone drop.
Oh man, I really wanted to do this one. We both put our phones up in a rig.
It's like a big crank.
Every round it ratchets a little higher, or every wrong answer it goes a little higher, and if you get too many wrong answers, it'll drop at the top. So
Would've
it's
been cool.
risky.
Covered in bees, we were just gonna go and see a beekeeper. Find each other's kink with a thermal dick. This was your idea.
All right, I love this idea. So like, obviously you can't show a dick on YouTube pretty much any time, but you probably could get an idea of how much blood flows in the crotch based on a thermal cam. So you point that at your buddy's Johnson and and you basically just like go through various kinks and see which one gets the blood flowing, you know what I mean?
I think this is a very, very funny.
I think that video would be hilarious.
very funny.
Very funny.
Michael Reeves does something fucked up. Craigslist stylist. I don't remember what this was.
Just see what kind of quality of a stylist you could get from Craigslist.
Being each other's personal assistants. This was something that we never did.
I wonder why.
Well, we still do have that Butler video from when I crushed you in the grip contest. You remember? And at the end of the video, it's like whoever loses has to be the other person's butler, and we haven't filmed that yet, so we'll get there. Lemonade stand.
Hey! I wanted to be like, find a kid selling lemonade at a lemonade stand, set up our stand right across the street from them. A nickel. Head to head. You know.
Head
to head.
Head to head.
Head to head. Head to head. Head to head. My head, you head, head to head.
Head to head.
Head to head. It's a
all
head
know
to head.
head to head.
Head to head. Me head, you head in the head and head to head.
We all know head
to head. Head to head. Dong.
Using as seen on TV products, pretty self-explanatory.
Well, we actually went out and bought them, but there weren't really that many at the store we went to.
That's true. We just
didn't
went to
end up
like a
going.
Rite Aid.
And then we gave up and...
Trying to trigger the adpocalypse. Sorry, YouTube.
I remember this one. Okay, so the prompt is buying everything my dog touches, but in parentheses there's a note that says slavery ? Because I don't know who brought it up. We were like, what if Chica touches another human? And we went,
oh no. Building a house of cards on Chica.
She is very steady when you start to like pet her. She just goes completely like still. But look at this. She just doink and then she freezes up. So you could probably build a card house on her.
Except her mouth is constantly licking.
That's fine. You wouldn't build it on her mouth, idiot.
We were gonna do a blood drive.
Yeah, oh my god, we actually got plans for that.
We were gonna get a makeup artist, remember? And make us look super pale.
There was gonna be in the truck and we were gonna be in the back to be like, hey, come on.
Getting an enema.
And then it evolved into Super Soaker Enema. And we had very different ideas of what Super Soaker Enema was going to be.
Let me pitch you an idea, guys.
Oh wait, let me preface it with what I originally thought it was gonna be. So we were like, enema. Super Soaker Enema, and everyone had a chuckle, and in my mind I pictured shove a Super Soaker up the butt and poof.
All right, not only was it me, but Amy jumped on board with this idea as well, because I think it's a brilliant idea. Super Soaker Enema. You fix a hunting scope on top of your Super Soaker. Mark's at the other end of the lawn, right? Butt high in the air.
That would put the butt low.
Butt low in the air, but extremely visible and out in the open. Vulnerable. You set up your sights, you dial in it, all right? And you just, with all your might, you just take some shots and see how accurate is your aim with Super Soaker Sniper Enema.
Do you think they make a Super Soaker Sniper?
You make a Super Soaker
Okay,
Sniper.
see, this is where I had problems with it. You know the carnival game where you gotta shoot water into the clown's mouth? Like that's the distance you'd have to operate, and instead of mouth, it'd be ass. And then the face would be the same, because the face would still be, and the butthole would be there. But
the butthole and the
I can't be across the yard.
But the funniest part is the visual, the long distance
No!
shot of you alone.
With my butthole hanging out?
Yes.
That's the best shot?
I also don't know why Ethan, you and I both immediately assumed it was going to be marketing.
It was a given. It was a given.
Oh, well, what could have been, you know?
Going to couples therapy. Damn, at 6 months, we were going to go to couples therapy.
That's right,
together.
because we assumed we were gonna fucking hate each other by then.
Bam. Going to Area 51. And then under it, going to Area 52.
Oh, wow. Fuck machine Thanksgiving.
This is my magnum opus. This is so funny. It's basically, it spawned off of the idea of cooking with sex toys.
Yeah.
And it was just a Thanksgiving meal, but you have a spoon taped to a fuck machine and it's just shoveling mashed potatoes into your mouth.
Now we know
So funny.
that there are many different types of fuck machines. We were just considering the one that goes in and out, in and out. of our mouths.
Props pop-up shop?
Oh yeah, we were gonna just like do a pop-up shop of all our props, but getting a lot of people in the same place to come.
Painting the office with our bodies. We were gonna get an office.
Yeah, and then we were gonna paint on our bodies, and we were going to
Paint the office.
Oh yeah, we were gonna get an office.
That's what I just said at the beginning.
But I don't think that was clear to people. We were actually going to go rent a workspace to work out of for Unisonus for a year with like, you know, a warehouse where we could have done stuff. And we looked at a few places, but it was very difficult to get the right place with the right amount of space.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know if this channel was going to be successful and we could pay for it.
Also extremely expensive to rent commercial space.
And you have to rent for 3-year terms, and we weren't about that.
Yeah.
Being loud in a warehouse space if you have neighbors.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
were trying to get a standalone building. And that was just
Remember
not
there
what
was that one building that we liked, but the people next door were like the science people?
Seismologists?
They were like, yeah, there was some kind of noise-sensitive scientist. And we're like, the fuck does that mean?
Yep. Whoops. The Shining Challenge, yes.
Oh my god, that's such a good idea.
So this was one person trying to complete a maze, and the other person was chasing them around with an axe.
And we timed how long you survived, whether you could lose them.
All right, YouTuber prom, my magnum opus idea. So YouTuber prom, pretty self-explanatory. It was just a prom for YouTubers.
What was your other magnum opus you said earlier? I feel like the step down from that one.
Fuck machine Thanksgiving. So it was just a prom for YouTubers. We were gonna rent like an actual space and do like a legitimate prom and try and have it be really fun. But an idea that Mark had to add on to it was if a YouTuber had a significant other, they weren't allowed to ask them to prom. They had to ask another YouTuber to prom.
And it's not because we wanted to encourage YouTubers to be swingers or anything like
No.
that. It was because we wanted to get YouTubers interacting with other YouTubers that they never would have imagined. And prior to this, there was the idea to do YouTuber speed collabs. You'd get a bunch of YouTubers. You wouldn't tell everyone who was going to be there, but you had like 12 tables, 24 chairs. You'd invite all these YouTubers, and you'd have like little like pie in the face game, like the electric shock game.
The last one was gonna be just a taser.
Exactly, and there was gonna be a fucking taser on the table. And it's like, you don't have to tase each other or
Yeah.
yourself, but it's there. And so there's little GoPros on every single table for everybody in the circle. And it would be like, you'd have 3 minutes to do a collab, and then it'd be like, change places! And then you'd rotate out. And so the prom was the next idea that you came up with, which was just like pairing people off and letting them get to know each other. But it wouldn't be like a prom where people would slow dance, because we'd have like this 360 cam in between everybody. So it's like, if there's this, like, they just always are collabing. And then they take all the footage home and they can make their own videos. And like, it was just gonna be a way that people could do these kinds of things.
Yeah.
I feel like Mr. Beast is writing these down.
I feel like he is too. Mr. Beast, you have to credit us if you steal these ideas.
Yeah.
If not,
We will haunt
come
you.
for you in the night. In your night.
That's really the interesting thing
Yeah.
about tossing these ideas out there is we're just chumming the water. Because obviously, one of the best things that we come... Maybe not the best thing that we come up with is ideas. I just thought about fuck machine Thanksgiving. But
Trying to make each other fall asleep.
yeah, I didn't know how this was gonna go.
This one, I think, came after, there's another video probably down here, of staying awake as long as we possibly could. And so after that, we would try and make each other fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because we'd want to sleep. 1 hour movie challenge, 1 hour to write, 1 hour to shoot.
Yeah, I love these film jams. I want to
Yeah.
participate in a film jam.
Yeah.
Because this is how I operate all of my shoots.
Yeah.
It's real quick, real dirty, and it's all in the editing.
Yep. Eating like The Rock for a day. He has an
Oh, yeah.
insane diet.
Like 6,000 calories, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, now we should eat like the beast for a day. When he was training, he was eating
The
like
Beast?
12,000.
Who's the beast? Eddie Hall?
Eddie the Beast!
Parasailing?
We were on a boat.
Who can do it first? Back tuck versus a back full. So you were gonna do a backflip, I was gonna do a back full. Yoga on paddleboard. We did goat yoga.
Goat yoga. They're basically paddle boards.
Jiu-jitsu. Just gonna learn that. Learning to ride a tandem bike obstacle course.
What the fuck happened to the bike?
I don't know.
We
Oh yeah.
bought a tandem bike.
Like a custom Unisonus.
Custom
one.
Unisonus tandem bike. White in the front or black in the back. I can't remember
like
which
that.
one, but it was white and black divided like that. Where did it go?
Did we? Because I never saw it.
It was bought, but it was bought right at the beginning of the quarantine. Maybe the shop went under.
Maybe.
I never followed
Should we
up.
call Evan? Mattress rafting, we're gonna go whitewater rafting with a mattress, which probably wouldn't be a good
I
idea.
think that was actually just taking mattresses down the stairs, but that's also a good idea.
Tap dancing classes.
Salsa.
We did salsa. Ah, this one I'm upset about. Doubles ice skating, because we're gonna do it with the
Yeah.
grumps.
Oh my God, we were.
Yep.
Yeah, again, right at the beginning of COVID, we had the place planned out. We had them, we were scheduling, and we were like, okay, we will both take a class, and then we will both try to do a routine.
Interviewing a porn star, pretty self-explanatory. How many rubs?
How many how many? It's weird that it's next to the porn star. How many rubs it takes to go through the skin? So
yeah.
you would just like count how many rubs or make a rub machine. It's like the lick idea.
Making each other's fursona. Doing something with a mortician.
We never got a chance, and we were in contact with people, but again,
Going to Mark's storage unit, the mysterious, mythical storage unit.
yeah.
Someday you'll go there. Renting the most expensive Airbnb. This kind of tied into this next one, which was living like Team 10 for a day. We were just gonna... A YouTuber sleepover party.
The next evolution after prom would be like just get a bunch of YouTubers in a big sleepover.
Waterboarding
What's worse?
or tickle torture.
There were many ideas that we had where we would both be enduring something, but I would be getting the horrible thing and you would be getting the nice thing.
You would be getting waterboarded and I would be
my God.
getting tickled.
Yeah,
Perfect. Volcano.
that's the idea.
I don't know what that is. How far can we get on birds?
Not
Oh, like
that-
bird scooters.
Birds are all of those scooter companies must have gone under. No one's taking birds anymore, right?
YouTuber graduation.
We're gonna have a graduation ceremony.
Yeah, for all the YouTubers that didn't go to college.
We're gonna give them a diploma.
ASMR slime making. We made slime.
We made slime,
We made
and
sour
all of
slime.
our videos are basically ASMR.
That's right.
When you think about it,
Just about
are you
it.
thinking about it?
Building go-karts, the downhill kind? Question mark.
Why is that a question?
What are these? What are these
Downhill
called?
derbies.
Yeah. Building one of those.
And there's the perfect hill because we know down in
Baxter Street.
yeah,
Is that what it's
Baxter.
called?
Yeah, Baxter. It's
That's
like
perfect.
a 30% incline.
Yeah.
Right to the highway.
Yeah, it is right to the highway. Getting a couples massage.
I miss massages.
We did stone massages. Surfing lessons. Oh, a raccoon cafe.
Oh yeah.
This, I think, was only in Japan because we did have a couple of things where we're like, well, we're willing to travel. Cuddling workshop. There was a lot of videos that were based on Airbnb experiences.
We did several of them.
Like
the
the
glass
drum date?
blowing and drum day.
Chainsaw carving. That would have been interesting. Trapeze. We never did.
Would have been cool, but
We
where?
did aerial lyra and stuff, sort of in the same boathouse.
Dare mention that bastard hoop that broke my nose to my face?
How's your nose? No, it's good.
Once broken, always broken.
Curling lessons?
Yeah. Well, let me just mention the one there. Becoming an EMT. That would have been a fucking doozy.
That would have
That
been.
job is just tough. There's tons more videos. They'll be playing like here. Just remember, ideas are easy because it doesn't really matter. You don't filter it. Executing ideas is difficult.
Yeah.
That was the biggest challenge about this year. Is like we had 365 opportunities to make an idea come to life, and there's so many creatives, YouTubers, people like that they want to make the perfect thing. But from the get-go, with Unisauce, we weren't about making the perfect thing. We knew that it wasn't going to be perfect, and we knew that it was going to be difficult even just to get by,
Yeah.
but it was about making things.
Yeah.
The whole thing is not about the videos, it's about the experience.
It's so interesting looking at these video ideas too, because like you said, like these are just kind of up for grabs now. And it's interesting thinking, you know, with the same prompt and a different YouTuber, like what would they make? It would
Yeah.
be completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different. Probably less cursed than what we would do.
Or more.
Or more.
Yeah.
Depending.
That's the thing. Like, if you want to use the videos that we made this year or this list or something as like a guide, and you made your own channel and made 365 videos, even if they were exact same ideas, they would be entirely different videos. And it would be an entirely different experience because it's you. And what you make is always going to be different from what other people make. So there's no need to ever compare yourself to someone that you think is, oh, they're better or they're worse. I don't care if you made these videos that we did with a phone.
Yeah. It was all about just making stuff. But we couldn't make everything.
No,
You know, that's okay.
that's the other half of it. You can't make everything.
Right, Chica?
Can't make everything.
Make the best you can while you can.